I'm sitting here. I'm on a couch. I'm in Clifton Hill, not to dox you like that. Ethan Beyblade Brockett. You are fighting not tomorrow, but the day after. But by the time this interview comes out, it will be tomorrow. On Hex 37. Is it the Beyblade or is it just Beyblade?
I don't have a strong preference. Like, I wouldn't be offended either way. I think Beyblade Brockett, like just that, sounds a bit better. But
I agree.
If someone adds the, no issues from me.
That's completely well good. I'm glad because I didn't know which one to go with. I'm sitting here. I'm with Beyblade Brockett. You're fighting on Hex 37. You're in Melbourne. I thank you for having me on the couch. How you enjoying Melbourne? You got in today. How's Melbourne been?
I'm gonna be honest. A lot colder than I expected.
Yeah.
Probably should have checked the weather a bit more, but no, it's always cool. Like, just being in a big city. Being from Hamilton, you don't really like see that, but always just like impressed to see just the amount of people out and about. No area looks like a ghost town around here, so it's just like easy to kind of soak up the energy. I guess everyone's doing something.
I love talking to, in general, people not from Melbourne about Melbourne. But I particularly love talking to Kiwis about Melbourne because other cities know the Melbourne rep, whereas I don't know if the Melbourne rep really makes it across the ditch too much. How have you found the characters, the people, the vibe of Melbourne? It's a very eclectic vibe. It's a very unique city.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I've had any negative run-ins. I haven't actually been to a lot of places so far, but yeah, all the people are super nice. Went to the supermarket, really hospitable. Did actually have a random guy just like with like this plastic container just sprint by, and then drop it and then pick it back up friendly and sprint back. So I don't know if I'm just like snitching on a robbery or whatever.
Nice.
But found that quite interesting. I was like, okay, don't see that every day, but
did anything fall out?
I think some stuff found out, but there's like some bushes there. I don't want to be too nosy, get up in the business. I'm like, I'll just, watch from afar. Won't get too into it.
What were you doing at the time?
I was
driving the getaway
I was
car.
talking to my girlfriend on FaceTime. I was like just sitting outside, and then that happened. I was like, oh, what's going on here? But hey, hopefully all is well. And
yeah, hopefully hopefully you didn't view a robbery, or if you did, if you did, then actually no, you didn't.
Yeah.
From a legal perspective, you did.
I just made it up, to be honest. No, that never happened. Yeah.
Talking about the partner there, you have come all the way from New Zealand. You are from Hamilton, proudly repping core MMA. It's you, me. Who else is in this house right now?
My head coach, Carlo Meister, but he's having a bit of a nap at the moment. So.
And will there be anyone else joining you for the remainder of your stay?
No, there won't be. Just because Carlo's enough, man. He is more than enough, honestly. Like, this is not the...
In a positive way, he's enough? Or you mean like he's enough to deal with?
No, like, in a positive way, like, he just, like, able to tick all the boxes as a coach. But yeah, this isn't the first time I've had, like, only Carlo in my corner, like, overseas. Like, it's been, like, quite a normal thing. So, yeah, just Carlo and all good.
You mentioned the FaceTiming with your girlfriend. You fought overseas before, but are you a guy who, like, this is the day before the weight cut for you? Maybe tomorrow the weight cut happens, the fight gets a little bit realer. Are you like a guy who's like, sorry, babe, I can't talk to you. I need a lock in. Or are you like a hanging out, chatting, all that stuff?
Yeah, I'd say that one. I don't know. I just try enjoy the whole process, because it's like you're always going to experience this stuff. So it's like, why like stress about it? Like you're never not going to have to cut weight, or maybe you will if you go for weight class, but this is always part of the process. So, and the same thing is like most fighters, they always put on like this angry persona, like it's fight week, but it's like, you've done this to yourself. You signed up to the fight. No one's forcing you to have to fight. So it's like, why are you so grumpy about it? So, no, I love what I do, man. And I love the process that comes with it. So I'm just a happy chappy.
Did your girlfriend come to your last fight?
She did come to my last fight. Yeah, that was actually the first time she's been able to see me fight live. So that was pretty cool.
Is that due to location? Like she could make it to the fight, or is that due to like I can't stomach when you fight,
Uh,
and now she has a little bit more faith?
I think it was definitely more like to do with location. Like I was fighting in Indonesia, and then I fought in Brisbane. So yeah, it's just like hard to kind of get time off work and travel that distance. So yeah, it was actually the first time in a while I'd fought in New Zealand. So yeah.
I'm familiar with you through your last performance, your pro debut, and I'm familiar with you through the great Paddy Baines of Squared Up MMA. You've done some great content with him. I'd recommend anyone watching this check it out. But outside of those things, I'll be completely honest, I'm not the most familiar man. So forgive me if these are novice questions. So was your pro debut the first time you fought MMA in New Zealand?
It was not. It was the first time in a while I'd been like fighting in Australia, done some tournaments in like Indonesia. So yeah, but I've definitely fought, like I came up like in New Zealand, like fighting on shows in Hamilton and in Auckland, like New Plymouth, for those who know where New Zealand is. So yeah, I've been like all around New Zealand, and it's definitely like where I made a name for myself, like over those parts.
New Zealand is such a striking country. That's what it is so much. Is that where the history is for you?
Yeah, like for those who haven't been to New Zealand, especially in like the North Island, it almost seems like there's like a Muay Thai or kickboxing gym on like every corner. And if you did want to fight like kickboxing in New Zealand, you probably could get a fight like every week. It's just like more available. I did start with Taekwondo, but I think just being part of Core MMA, like that's just introduced me to so much different grappling arts. Like we compete in Sambo, Jiu-Jitsu, freestyle wrestling, and that is quite uncommon for like a New Zealand gym, but I'm thankful for that.
We were talking a little bit before we started recording, and you said to me that, because we were talking about Hamilton and where it is compared to Auckland and all that stuff, because I've been fortunate enough to go to Auckland once, but I didn't get out of the city. And you said to me, you're like, I kind of train at like the only gym, the MMA gym that's in Hamilton. So why was it MMA? We talk about how popular the striking arts are. Why was it MMA? Why start MMA?
I have been like a fan of MMA for like the longest time. I started watching like around the kind of WEC era, like the Showtime kick from Anthony Pierce is like what got me into like MMA, and then like shortly after the merger, I started kind of watching it more deeply. But I just love like all of it. I never want to just be like put in like one particular box. Like I want to be able to experience like all the arts and have them at my disposal. And I just like, that's what I love about MMA. I think it's just like kind of customizing like different skills. You know, it's like a sandbox, and you get to like make your own style out of everything. So yeah.
If you can take me back, what was the first day walking in a core like?
What was it like? It was definitely, because I came from like a smaller gym. So it was definitely like, wow, like I've never been in a gym where there's like a boxing ring here and then there's a cage over here, and I've never seen a gym with like so many people on the mat. So it was like, holy moly, like seems like the right place to be. But yeah, I just wasn't used to that many people in one building training martial arts.
Is it because for those who don't know, and the big association with me for core, there's actually two. For the I'm not going to use the word casual because I feel like we use casual as an insult. Michelle Montague.
Absolutely.
But the biggest one for me is Matt Vale. Matt Vale's a fantastic grappler. Michelle Montague is obviously a fantastic grappler. You mentioned like the Taekwondo background, striking being such a big art in New Zealand. When you walk in a core and there's great MMA, but there's such great grappling and such great MMA grappling. What is that like? You walk in and someone like double legs you and you're like, this is shit.
Yeah. Like we have our wrestling coach, Toby Fitzpatrick, who's like competed at the Commonwealth Games. Like there's high level grapplers there. And yeah, if you're coming from like a striking background and you're just like, can't really wrap your head around what's happening, but you just know you're not in like a good position. You're not like comfortable. So yeah, that definitely does like take some getting used to. But at core, no one's pushed to be like a specialist. like, even if you do want to go a striking route, you have to be good in all areas. Like, some of our best strikers compete competitively, like in jiu-jitsu and wrestling, and that's like what's forced on you as an amateur. You don't really have like a choice. You like have to go through that curriculum. Yeah.
I saw, I think I did, at least recently, you got like a belt shipped to you?
Yeah, that was from earlier this year. So it was my last amateur fight. I fought on Hammer Fight Series, and yeah, that was for a belt. But I didn't have it at the time, so they shipped it to me, and yeah, I actually completely forgot about it. Like, so in the video, I'm like kind of sitting here going like, "What's Carlo talking about?" But then I like remembered. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that fight was for a belt." So yeah, I guess it's kind of cool. Good way to like end the amateur career. Have a bit of gold around your waist.
Couple months later.
Yeah, a couple
months and a pro fight later.
Yeah, after I've already made my pro debut.
Yeah, you've already made your pro debut. You've already won it. You know, you've already forgotten about it entirely. And, oh yeah, I guess I did win a belt.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's good to reminisce sometimes.
Yeah. Where does the belt live? Where do you put it?
I got a little like trophy cabinet at home.
Very nice.
Just like we got like a spare room at home, so I just kind of like put the stuff there. But yeah, I don't think I really look at it regularly. It's kind of like, that's amateur, that's in the past. I want to look forward, get some new stuff.
What lives in the trophy cabinet?
Everything, just anything I've got from combat sports, whether it's like belts, kickboxing belts, MMA belts, medals from wrestling. Sometimes they're not always gold. Medals from jiu-jitsu. Sometimes they're not always gold.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever I can gather from it, any little mementos or tokens, I just put it there. So, yeah.
As any person who has spent more than 4 seconds with me will know, and I'm not going to put you on the spot here and ask you if you watch any of my content, but there is a set, and in the background I have a cabinet, and there is the one and only bronze Savage Grappling white belt under 70 kilos medal in there. The one and only time I ever competed.
That's powerful.
Got a medal. It's not bronze, bro. It's rose gold.
Well, I think that's good because it's like not everyone on the street's gonna be having that, you know. Like every like person walking around is gonna be having that. Like that's exclusive to you know.
So I competed. I'm gonna use the phrase I won that. I earned that medal. Yeah. And in victory, we went to Starbucks afterwards. And the girl, I was in gi pants.
Oh, so still in the fit. I was still in the competition fit.
So I did.
Fresh off the mats to Starbucks. I love it.
still covered in sweat. So I did. So that medal is in no gi. This interview isn't about me, but that medal is in no gi. And then I did the gi matches afterwards. Got fucking demolished in the gi. Okay. Instantly got demolished. I hadn't trained gi in months. Got nothing in the gi. So I'm in gi pants and a rash guard and the medal. And we go to Starbucks. And the girl at Starbucks I used to go to high school with. And I hadn't seen her. And she goes, What have you been up to? And I'm in these fucking terrible clothes wearing a bronze medal in public. And I'm like, yeah, not much.
Same old.
Yeah, you know, I'm also the same guy from high school. But there's nothing wrong with, you know, not just... A medal's a medal, bro.
Yeah, you got to flaunt it, I reckon. Like, especially if you're going to go, like... Some people spend every day in the gym, you know? So it's like... And... You don't always get like a participation trophy, especially in MMA or like most combat sports. So it's like the one time you do get something, just own it, man. That's you.
How long have you been with your partner?
Imagine if I got this wrong, eh? Just over a year. Yeah, we're fairly new, but
okay, cool. Yeah. So I can ask this question then.
Yes.
Have you ever used any of your jiu-jitsu, wrestling, MMA medals, belts, trophies in a context where it would aid you with the ladies?
Honestly,
women, please. I have the silver medal in the wrestling. One at a time, ladies.
I don't know if it's like I don't know what it's like over here, but in New Zealand, like the kind of most sought after athletes are probably the rugby players.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'd get much credibility in New Zealand, like rocking the especially in Hamilton, but rocking like the combat sports medals. They'll probably just be like, oh yeah, cool. Can you like kick a rugby ball though? So
can you kick a rugby ball?
I can't.
That's rough.
That's why I need the middle.
Yeah, actually, correct. Was it ever going to be anything but combat sports for you? Was it ever going to be rugby?
Nah, never. I started Taekwondo when I was 4, and I've never looked back. I went from Taekwondo to kickboxing to like Jiu-Jitsu to MMA. So yeah, that was it. Like,
Probably didn't have a choice.
yeah, that was honestly it. Like, even like people ask me if you weren't doing MMA, what you're doing. Well, like, what would you be doing? No idea, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you care about any other sport? Like, do you care about rugby? Not to play it, just like, do you care?
yeah, it's terrible. I don't.
That's
I
fair.
am not up to date with any other sport. Yeah, I only follow MMA closely. Anything else, I have no clue.
Talking about MMA, that's what you're here to do. You're here to do MMA in a cage against someone. You have one of the strongest Instagram games I have ever seen. My favorite thing around these events is everyone having to make their little video, and some people's, especially, no offense to them, but especially the amateurs, love them. I got a soft spot in my heart for the amateurs. Terrible lighting in the kitchen. Half the audio doesn't come through. Hey guys, it's like you can't hear the name.
Who's sorry?
Yeah, exactly. You have made, at this point, I think it's 3 absolute banger videos. How? Like, whose idea are these?
First of all, man, thank you. I appreciate the compliments. In terms of how I get the ideas, honestly, it's just like sometimes I'm driving or just pop into my head and I just write it down in my notes. Like that's it, eh? There has been some ideas that I've done and it hasn't like gone out too well, and like the video doesn't see the light of day. I know people are like probably shocked by that. Like, really? That Wolverine one? Are you sure?
You tell me that's what made it?
that was the green light. But yeah, I guess where it kind of comes from is just like, because, you know, most fighters do like a day in the life, you know, or like, this is me hitting pads, which is like all good, you know, like there's nothing wrong with that. But I just kind of want to provide something a bit different just so I can stand out a bit more. And to the person who maybe isn't interested in MMA, if I appear on their feed and I'm doing that type of stuff, they might be like, man, this guy's so weird and crazy. I might actually just tune in just to watch him fight and see what's up. So yeah, it's been fun. I enjoy it.
What doesn't see the light of day? What was left on the cutting room floor?
There was some like footage done, and I've like kind of posted like a little clip of it on my Instagram, but it was like we went to do like this kind of wizard magical video, and I had like a wizard head in a robe, but just after we put it all together, it was just like, it's not that good. And I think after I got the reception from the Wolverine video, I'm like, I don't want to put this out after it because it's just not that good. So yeah.
What was the reception from the Wolverine video?
I think people were just like surprised. They're just like, what is going on here? Like this. Some people were concerned. Like, we need to check up on Ethan. What's going on?
I liked my favorite one. I think it was the first one. Was like I've been practicing new skills, and you throw the stone and it just goes straight down in the water. You go, yes. What's that? And you pull it out, and it's like, oh, there's my next fight. So, most people only do one video to promote their fight. You've done 3 that I can remember. Is it 3 in total that have been posted?
Yeah. Those are like I did. Yeah, those 3 were kind of like the skit ones, and I just did another one, just like telling people where they can view the fight, like streams and.
Have you had any feedback from Hex? Are they like? Because I'm assuming you post it and then they just get like the collab invite and they're like, oh, what the fuck's Ethan done?
Yeah, I mean, just like the standard, oh, great vid, this is funny. We're in like a WhatsApp group chat, and yeah, it's, I guess pretty good reception, but nothing like overly like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
The production.
Yeah.
Are they asking you to do the like multiple, or are you just taking it on yourself? Like, I'm going to make 4.
They definitely want to promote the event, but yeah, I guess I was just trying to keep it consistent.
Most people aren't doing multiple.
Yeah, most people aren't, which is why it's like easy to stand out if you do, I think. So,
yes. Dude, they're so good. What's next? Have you got more like saved in your phone for your next one?
I've got maybe some like blueprints of ideas, but I haven't got like a video already edited that I can just post straight away.
Nothing saved in the draft.
Yeah, nothing in the drafts, unfortunately. But hey, maybe after the fight, who knows?
Well, this is no disrespect to the man that you will be standing in there against. I can remember 3 of your promotional videos, and I'm not sure if Ben's done any. So I think that's an insight into how well they're working. That's no disrespect to Ben. It's just like the Wolverine and then the one where you're at the train station and the Skimming Stones video is just like pretty elite. But you are fighting Ben Patterson. He is on his professional debut out of the great Lion's Den gym, a fantastic gym here in Australia. Aside from it coming to you in a message in a bottle, how did this fight come your way? How was it? How did he get offered to you? How did this come your way?
Yeah, it was nothing too out of the ordinary. I think, they just messaged Carlo. I don't even know if he said a name or not. I just think he just asked, are you keen to fight on Hex? And I just said yes. So yeah, I don't think it was... Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It actually feels like so long ago now. Yeah, I think that was just kind of it. I just asked, are you keen to fight? I said yes. And yeah, just came together.
He had a great amateur career, but I said this to someone recently. The gap between amateur and pro is like so big, and even though I don't think a lot of people expect that, but like it's a completely different world. At least that's from my perspective. As someone who's never done either. You've had one pro fight and some amateur fights. Is that like a safe thing to say?
Yeah, there's definitely like some variables. I think like the duration of the rounds, definitely one. Just even simple stuff like the elbows can like actually be like a big factor in a fight. But all I can say, like from my perspective, like I made my pro debut earlier this year, and I just knew like going into my pro debut, like it's just such like a good moment. It really drives you, you know, like you just really look forward to it. So I'm expecting that from Ben. Like I'm expecting him to be like really like motivated for the fight. Like he's not like coming in to lose. Like everyone wants to make like a big impact and statement on their first professional fight.
What do you make of his career thus far? His amateur performances. What do you make of him?
Yeah, I haven't seen too much. These days I tend not to like overly view footage on my opponents because I feel like it takes away from what I'm gonna do. I feel like I made that mistake in the past, but yeah, he looks sharp, man. Like good fundamentals. Like I know I'm not like going in and fighting a guy who's not meant to be in the cage, you know. Saw like a viral like a head kick knockout where I was like, damn, that's sharp. But yeah, I'm expecting like a game opponent who's like in there to win and like isn't gonna give up easily.
How much stock do you put into? You've got great training partners, as mentioned before. Like the 2 that come to mind for me when I think of Cora, Matt, and Michelle. Like Lion's Den's doing really well right now. They just got Marwan into the UFC. George Mangos was on Contender Series. How much, like, because you're not fighting those guys, but you are fighting their training partners. Like, how much stock do you put into like where an opponent comes from, their gym, the kind of caliber or quality of the fighters that a gym is producing?
Yeah, I think it's a fine line. Like, I mean, I've fought guys from like City Kickboxing before, and that's like quite a well-respected gym. But if you put like too much into it, and you think about the guys that go to the gym, it's like, well, am I actually fighting like these guys that are the big names out of the gym, or am I just fighting someone who trains there? So I'm expecting like, don't get me wrong, like you can only get better by training with great people, but I'm not fighting the whole gym. I'm just fighting one person. So at the end of the day, it's a fight.
I've been backstage at fights where I've heard people. I think I heard it from like an amateur guy once, where he was like, that the guy did well, he lost, but he did, like, it was a split decision, it was a good fight. And I remember he was like, but it doesn't make sense because like in their gym they've got guys from the UFC, and my gym doesn't have any guys from the UFC. And I was like, but that doesn't mean anything. Dude. Like he trains with, that doesn't. No one makes the UFC until they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You talk about getting better. You talk about people who have great training partners. You have great training partners. You are 1-0. You made your pro debut earlier this year. How have you felt your progression has been going thus far? I thought you put on a great performance earlier this year. We talked about that jump from amateur to pro. You talked about the feelings you felt then, but how is your development as a fighter?
Yeah, I think I had this discussion with one of my friends the other day. Like every training camp, every fight camp, like you always train hard, you know, like speaking as a fighter, there's no like training camp. It's like, this one we can kind of just relax on. Like you're always giving it your all, but I think where the progression comes in is just putting time in the right areas. Sometimes you can do too much and not get much achieved, you know, but if you just kind of limit your time into certain areas, I feel like sometimes you just see more progression. And I feel like that's what in my last few camps, and especially this one, we've really improved on. Just like, let's just pick these few things that we saw from the last fight. Let's just get better at them. And then let's just like implement that into the style. And yeah, I feel like we're in a good spot at the moment.
What do you feel those things are that you've improved on?
So one of the things, I won't speak too much, but one of the things was the footwork. Just in my last fight, just sometimes a bit too close, a bit too flat-footed. So really just like worked on like the lateral movement, just like the in and out footwork. I feel like that's gone up like leaps and bounds. A lot of like the grappling, like core is like quite a heavy like grappling gym. So yeah, just the timing of the grappling exchanges, and like when to enter in, and like how to position yourself when the grappling exchange starts. Like that's, I don't want to get too technical here, but that those have been like some things that, yeah, we've improved a lot on.
You said earlier there's only one person in your corner. Now, I don't know if you know this, Ethan. Do you know what I'm about to say?
I don't, but...
at the last Hex event, a gentleman showed up and he had no corner.
Really?
And I cornered for him.
Really? I did not know this at all.
Yes.
Far out, okay.
I put together a ragtag group.
So did he ask you, hey, you want to jump in my corner?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
He showed up at the weigh-ins, and I haven't posted the video about it, but there is video of all of this between like, because these are the last fights for the year. After this weekend, the video will come out, and I'll like make a whole thing about it. But at the weigh-ins, I noticed he had, because like there were a bunch of fights at the weigh-ins last time got like scrapped at the weigh-ins. So there was all this hullabaloo going on. That's a good word, hullabaloo.
Hullabaloo, yeah.
I've never used it before in my life until right now. And no one noticed that he had no team. And so I asked him, hey, do you have a team? And he said no. And then the next day he was like, you're in the corner. He wrapped his own hands.
Wow.
I'd never seen that before.
What a story, man.
Yeah. And so I put together a ragtag group of gentlemen, and we cornered. So if you're looking to have like another guy in there, if you want someone to hold the water, listen, bro.
Might need some motivational speeches. Yeah, man. Who knows?
I've got the experience. Listen, I told him to keep his hands up. I feel like that's good advice.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
So I don't know, but you know, just the offers there. You mentioned some of the, not you, me. I've mentioned throughout this, Matt Vale, Michelle Montague. The last time I saw you, the first time I met you in person, which is funny because I feel like through the great contact with Paddy, I'm like, I know Ethan. Was at the UFC. We're over in Perth. How was that week for you? How was that whole experience for you?
Man, that was so cool. I didn't really have much expectations going in, just because I knew like that week and the whole process was about Michelle. So like, but man, just like being able to see like the behind the scenes of the UFC, just like you understand why it's like $1 billion or like a $7 billion company, like just the amount of people that work there and just kind of all the perks you kind of get being in or tied to that promotion. It was really cool to see. And even just like moments of being in like a room for the fighters meeting, and you're like sitting across from Paul Felder and Dominic Cruz, you're like, holy moly, like where am I right now? But yeah, just I think the thing that stuck out to me the most, and one thing that'll like be ingrained in my memory, was the walkout. That's just like the most amount of people I've seen at like a MMA event, and just to like see that energy, man, like goosebumps.
How, like, it's one thing to see it all on TV, but when you're like walking through the fighter hotel, like those are all the behind the scenes stuff that maybe you don't even put thought into. What did it kind of live up to everything you thought it was going to be?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I watch like the UFC Embittered series like quite a bit. Like I'm quite into those, so I had like I guess an idea of what to expect. But yeah, just like the glove fitting and like the behind the scenes photo shoot. I'm an idiot. You know when I do the promo for the UFC and like there's that wallpaper and it looks like lights?
Yes.
I thought it was actually lights.
Yeah, so did I.
And I don't know if that's like a common thing, but yeah, it's just like some wallpaper.
Yep.
But like you could have sworn like they stand in front of like this board with just lights on it.
I know exactly. Yep.
So yeah, there was like moments like that. I'm like, oh, okay.
I had the same thought the first time I saw it. I went, oh, it's not lights. I was actually a little bit upset. I was a little bit bummed by that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense though. I don't know how like financially
giant light
responsible
board.
that would be, you know. But,
Just to bring a giant light board around. I wonder what that pattern is like officially called. Like, I wonder if it has like official name, that pattern.
Yeah, and is it like trademarked to the UFC?
Yeah,
like, can other promotions do it? Or
yeah, or could you have that wallpaper in your house?
Oh, can you imagine?
Maybe in the room where you've got all the like the trophy cabinet, you could have the, like, and this is where I shadow box.
You're like, trust me, this will make sense.
Yeah, this is where I awkwardly shadow box on camera while I talk about.
And I narrate myself.
Yeah, exactly. I've been training really hard this camp. A big thing that week for Michelle, obviously the the UFC debut for her, coming over from the PFL. You know, as you mentioned that earlier, it was kind of about her. Had you been involved with her corners or anything like that before?
So my job on her team was I would do like the video breakdowns of her opponent. I'd never actually been like and cornered her for any of her like PFL fights. Carlo had for like all of them, but yeah, I was more just like the guy behind the scenes. Like the tech analysis dude, I guess.
Dude in the chair.
Yeah, that
guy
was
in the
me.
chair.
Yeah, that's me. But yeah, for that to be like the first experience, like cornering. Well, I mean, I've cornered other people, but like not at that level.
Not the UFC.
Yeah, not at that level. That was like holy. Yeah.
Do you think maybe you were comparable to me when I cornered that fight I said before, where I was shitting my pants the whole time?
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing you can do as a cornerman is just like be like freaking out and stuff because you don't want it to rub off on the fighter. But yeah, there's definitely some moments where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm in like the backstage locker room of a UFC event. Like, where am I right now? But just trying to like keep it all cool on the outside.
Yeah, I've been here before. It's all okay.
Just another day.
Yeah, exactly. And as well as that, Matt Vale's gone over to Korea.
Yeah.
And had some success over there. Matt Vale's legend of the regional scene. I and the whole scene has a tremendous amount of respect for. How is it being in the room with a man like Matt Vale? What is your relationship like with Matt Vale?
I've known Matt since I was like 9 years old. Like we go back like a long time. Yeah, that guy's he's like an older brother to me. Like we kind of have that relationship. So yeah, I think he's a cool dude, man. Like, and always like makes time for people. And yeah, just like a really knowledgeable dude. And you never feel like you're bugging him. Like if you ask a lot of questions, like he always make some time. He's always got like a lot of like good gems to add. But yeah, just a really cool dude.
He's not as, if you say that, it makes me think he's not as scary as he appears to be.
I can definitely see like he's kind of got like a resting mean face. Where like if you don't know him, you'll be like, man, does this guy hate me? But nah, he's such a cool dude, man. Like, just like, you know, if you go into a room and Matt Vale's there, like, it's not going to be like a boring conversation, you know. Like you're going to get some good yarns out of him.
I remember, I think it was the John O'Macalef fight, maybe the Kit Campbell fight. I don't remember one of them. He said in the lead up, he was like, I've never been this angry for a fight before. And I asked him, when was the last time you were this angry? And he was like, every day when I wake up. And I was like, who are you, dude?
Yeah, he does like flip a switch a little bit. Sometimes like you can definitely like turn it on, which in my opinion, is what makes like his fighting style like so entertaining. Just because like you see him kind of mentally flip that switch when he enters the cage. But yeah, outside the cage, he's just like a top bloke, I'd say.
Ethan, I really appreciate the time. I think this will be the last one from me. You're wearing a UFC jumper.
Haven't washed it since I got it. No.
Very nice, very nice. Still got the blood on it.
Yeah.
Is that official from the kit?
This is official from the kit, yeah.
Is Michelle's name on the back of it?
It's not, yeah. So you get the corner gear, like the walkout gear, which the name's on the back, and then you also just get like a complimentary tracksuit, I guess.
A nice goodie bag.
Yeah, so this was just part of that. But yeah, it's snug.
I'm assuming you still own that?
Yes.
Does that just sit in the wardrobe?
Yeah.
You ever rock up the training with your homie's name on your back?
Yeah, no.
Look at me, I'm Michelle Montague today.
Just go to the grocery store and just like flex in front of the people. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely wear it like to go training. Yeah. But yeah, it's just cool, like bit of memorabilia to have.
Ethan, I thank you very much for the time. Thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Best of luck in the fight. As we have mentioned throughout this, you're from New Zealand. When do you head home?
I head home Sunday morning.
Damn, bro. Actually, it's literally a work trip.
Yeah, work trip, man.
In, out. Is there anything then in Melbourne between now and when you leave, or when you got in today and when you leave, that you want to see, have not gotten to see? Is there anything on the list, or do you like not care? You're just here to fight and go home?
I'm a simple man. I definitely like the highlight for me is always like the fight and the build up to it. Before I leave, I'll probably just get some pizza.
Nice.
If I see some cool stuff along the way, that'll be cool. Probably take a few photos, but
that's an added bonus.
Yeah, added bonus. But yeah, just some good food before I leave, and yeah, we'll call it a day.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh, this is a tough one. Depends what else is on the pizza.
What does that mean?
So there's stuff that pineapple can go with, but you can't just put it on any type of pizza. So like ham and pineapple, I think could go all right. Pineapple and salami, no way.
Fascinating. Ethan, thank you very much for the time, my friend.
Thank you, Joey, man.